Well, hello there, you beautiful people, and welcome to session 102 of The Forming. I am, of course, your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today, we have got my lovely and my amazing cast. We have got Just Harry, we've got Patron of Chaos, and we've got Khadij Al Kubra. Do I have any housekeeping? Do you know what? Yes, actually, I do have some housekeeping to do. As you guys know, for a wee while, I have been touting and lording the graces and the amazing work of Inkblade Publishing's lovely little TTRPG adventure for 5th edition called Gothic: A Plague World. It is now live on Kickstarter, and it was fully funded in less than 24 hours. So Gothic: A Plague Worlds is going to be going ahead, and I'm going to say this right now. I don't know what happened. It was supposed to go live at 12 p.m. I was ready to be the first backer, but somehow somebody backed at 11:58. I am angered, but I got the silver medal. So I was the second backer, and I absolutely love it. I got some really cool things, and as soon as that book comes out, I'm going to be setting up the campaign that I want to use that book in. It's not going to be a Gothic: A Plague Worlds campaign, but Gothic: A Plague Worlds is going to feature very heavily in it, as are 3 other things. That is all I shall say on the matter. Other than that, I just want to say congratulations to Inkblade Publishing. Elliot, you're an absolute legend. You did a fantastic job, and I cannot wait to see your work come to fruition. Other than that, guys, what can we remember about last session?
We met the wonderful Aunt Lorelei.
Yes, I love her so much.
Incredible. Also, I'm apparently a widow.
Aunt Lorelei. Yep. Ain't she a pip?
I love her so much. My only regret is that Sheila is not currently traveling with the party right now to meet her, because I feel like Lorelei would find her fabulous, but Sheila would find Lorelei incredibly overwhelming. Probably also fabulous, and like that she gives gifts, but
Sheila has got a whole load of things going on. She's getting married. She's settling into being a queen.
I don't blame her at all.
Like, you know, there's important things happening, which
Absolutely.
Sheila is needed for.
Absolutely. Just the reaction would have been fun to see. But yes, we finally made it to Brightcliff.
We did indeed. We made it to Brightcliff. And when we arrived in Brightcliff, we found it thankfully void of any Sun's First interference, because nobody likes those guys.
Mm-mm.
They're kind of assholes.
Kinda? They
just
hurt the whole
a little
village.
bit.
Just a little bit.
It's a bit of a dick.
And we're gonna kill children. We
yes.
now also have traveling with us.
What do you
After
mean?
Elion saved them, kick the butt.
Yep.
Kick the Suncrest Coast guy butt on top of a griffin who he's not bonded with. That was so cool!
Elion is also now the only Summer Eladrin to have ever not only ridden a griffin, but has now formed an active bond with that griffin.
Yeah, so none of you can chat to me about mounts anymore.
I'm perfectly happy with my derpy bird. She's a sweetheart. That's all Aria needs.
Just wait till he meets the fucking guy who gets a dragon, like, whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, how?
Nah, man. Nah.
That would be so funny.
There was a chance, maybe long ago, but he's a little bit too nocturnal for that shit now.
So it's a Dracolich.
He's a stiff.
He's not technically. He's still moving.
But yeah, so that happened.
He's slightly sparkly when he's in the daylight now.
Oh God, no! Not the Stephanie Myers.
I've decided
you could outrun me.
I've decided. I have decided to take inspiration for how I run my vampires from the greatest vampire fantasy of all time. the Cullens.
Yeah.
Nah,
Bless
man.
up, bless up J.K. Rowling and that.
I
don't mean
actually.
it. I take it
Yeah.
back. I don't mean it.
Right, I was actually about to say I
Thank you.
actually need you because we are live. I need you to say that we take World Tree Quest is accepting of people of all genders, sexualities, ethnicities, and
Yeah, she a
realistically,
bitch.
as long as you're not a dick, fuck you, JK.
She a bitch. Got that bitch.
But yeah, so yeah, that definitely not going to be Harahal. But I wonder. I'm interested if we'll ever see Harahal again. I'm very interested in that to see if we will.
We shall see.
I would like to see him again. I would like to
Yeah.
fix him.
But I can fix him. Some would say he's gotten hotter now that he's a vamp.
Or cold though.
I mean, he was already kind of hot. He was already hot before, but
Harahal
Yeah, so that
was alarmingly hot. He is the.
Yeah,
I
like-
think he's the only NPC I've ever designed to be hot.
I feel like that can't be true.
100%.
There's got to be. No, wait, you're right. You always say that like you accidentally make your NPCs hot without like meaning.
It's
to
true.
necessarily.
You never do it on purpose.
I'm convinced that my players are just doing it to fuck with me now. I described an Oath of Pestilence paladin, a paladin who is consumed by rot and plague, and one of my players went smash.
Yeah.
I was like, this man has
Okay.
pus. He is pussy.
But like,
But like, what'd that mouth do?
I mean, my character got a crush on someone who initially had blue skin and a feathery tail, so I'm not much better.
And now he works for the devil. Would you look at that?
Well, Aria doesn't really care about the hotness factor, but yeah,
Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn them into a Yogloth.
I don't know, Matt, I don't know what that is.
You ever seen the creatures in the Nine Hells that are just puddles of flesh and bone?
Okay, maybe she cares a little. She cares a
I see. The
Oh,
altruism
Yeah,
is
the
not
giant
entirely
wax
there.
demon looking things.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
let me
no,
correct.
they look like trees from like. They
Let me
look
correct.
like
What's
Madame
on the
Tussauds,
inside
Mary.
matters more to her, but she does appreciate aesthetics.
Anyway, before we get into that, speaking of somebody who appreciates a fine masculine form, so Auntie Lorelei. Yes, everybody's now been made guests at Aunt Lorelei's house. They've all
We
been
also
given
found out
keys.
Narumia and Pterodon are married now.
Yes, Narumi and Arteranon got married. They found love in a hopeless place.
Aw. Aria's finally got a sister.
That's certainly one way to look at it.
Listen, she grew up with 4 older brothers.
And we left off. Can everybody remember where we left off?
We left off with resting in our rooms, I believe. And then we were gonna like have like dinner afterwards at some point after Reverie had told Arteranon about running into Olaris or
Oleron.
Oleron, thank you.
Orlon.
Orlon, and that whole thing, because apparently there's a leak in the Suncrest household in Brightcliff, but the only room that's safe to talk freely is the sun room, so that's important to keep in mind. But otherwise, everyone kind of just was like resting and gonna get ready for dinner and decompress and be by the beach.
That is exactly that. With that in mind, I think to remind you all that the Summerlands has no nighttime. It is always perpetual daylight. So, at roughly the same time, you guys will all receive a knock on your door. And it's one of the household staff making it known that dinner will be presented in the sunroom in an hour. You are all well rested, and not only will you regain all your hit points and all that jazz. But each of you is also going to get 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh, please.
Because it's just so nice to rest in an actual bed for once. Who would like to start us off?
I have a thing, I suppose. It's very small.
Okay, Elion, you have a thing?
I'm going to go find our Pteranodon, wherever he may be, if he's free.
Okay. You get up, you put on... Are you putting on your armor, or are you just putting on, like, clothes?
No, just casual.
Just casual.
Heading around, yeah, in the clothes.
Okay, so you make your way. You can ask like one of the household servants. Like, can you point to where I could find Lord Dawnstar? They'll say to you he's on the outside patio training.
Good start. Okay, I'll head out.
Okay, you go out, and very much the same as you. He's wearing. So a lot of the influence that I have for like specific like summer Eladrin clothing is kind of like their casual clothes are very similar to like your typical fantasy elf clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's wearing like long, loose, like linen trousers with like a linen shirt, but the linen shirt it doesn't fasten in the front and it hangs down to about just above the knees. The linen that he's wearing is a kind of pale cream colour, almost like an off-white. And he has his hair all like tied up, and you can see that his fighting style, he no longer favours the idea of wielding a sword. He's training with a spear. Multiple dummies are set up, and he is quite fluid in like his leaps and thrusts and jabs with the spear, and he's quite adept at being like holding the spear in the mid of the polearm part and then thrusting forward and allowing it to slide through his hand in order to get a like longer reach and then being able to bring it back. He's become quite adept at wielding it.
Mm-hmm.
He will reach out, jab at one of them, and as he pulls the spear back, he arcs it round, sticks his elbow out, spins it around his elbow, puts his hand up to catch it, twirls it, and then throws it and puts it through the chest of one of the dummies and sees you and is like, "Oh, Elion. Hi."
Did that one offend you particularly, or?
No, I don't like dummies. Just in general. He walks over and he picks up like a towel and dabs at the sweat on his face and his neck and his chest. What can I do for you?
Well, you seem rather busy. I can
Oh, no,
come
not
back.
at all. I every morning run through the steps, run through the routines.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
No, do you want to sit, walk?
Somewhere private?
And he's going to gesture to so it's like the back patio, and he will gesture to there's like a set of stone steps. You can actually kind of see the idea that I'm going for on this image around about here. Where there's a little set of steps there that would take you down to the coast. So it's like these steps lead down to the beachfront.
Sure. Okay. Is your spear going to be alright?
Oh, and he'll reach out, grab the spear and pull it out, and then just kind of like use it as like a walking stick as he's walking with it. It doesn't seem to be like his actual spear. It's more like just like one that he uses.
Yeah.
Once you guys get maybe about a couple of 100 feet away from the house, once you guys reach the bottom of the steps at the beachfront at the bottom of the cliffs, he'll so what's going on?
I ran into something I wanted your opinion on. You're a bit more learned than me.
Okay, I'll give you my advice as best I can.
And I will kind of reach and tuck beneath the tunic, and I will pull the hilt out
Okay,
for Lightbringer.
okay.
And I'll kind of just...
Takes the hat. He takes the hilt, looks it over, and is like, "So you killed a sons first and took their sword?"
This was in the possession of... Did you ever have the decency to meet Amun? He was...
No, I didn't
Something
get. I didn't get a chance to meet, but I'm familiar with the name. We were sent an invitation, but we couldn't.
He
visit.
had this in his treasury, I suppose. That's the correct word.
Well, it's definitely a sunblade. You can tell by the jet, but it's not. It's not a standard sunblade. It's something different. It's something more.
And Reverie said that it belonged to someone, and I would like to know who that is, if possible.
Well, there's only two people I know who make sunblades. There's only ever been two creators. One of them is dead, and the other one, quite coincidentally to you, happens to live here in Brightcliff.
Mm-hmm.
I can take you to see him if you'd like.
Sure, I mean, it just... Okay, and I'm gonna, like, you know when you do that shuffle of, I don't know if I'm gonna tell you something, but I'm gonna tell you anyway? And he says, I used it recently, and, it... It... It had, like, runes on it.
Runes?
And when I finished, pause, they appeared. And I know it sounds crazy, but I've seen some, and none of them have had runes on them.
And he kind of takes it in his hand and gives it like a twist to try and kind of activate it, but obviously he can't. Before he goes, would you mind?
And I'll kind of flick it on.
The blade comes out and all of its glory, and he's kind of taken back a little bit by it, but then he looks to the hilt and he sees the runes. And his face is like a mask of like awe, and also a little bit of like pure confusion. He has no idea what this is, and he just, I wouldn't know where to start. But I like I said, it's a high chance that the person who made this is here. Or at the very least, if he didn't make it, he could probably tell you information about who it was. I mean, as I said, I only know two people who could make a sunblade.
No.
So...
Also, I had one other question.
Yes.
You're vaguely familiar with the area?
I'd say I'm more than vaguely, yes. Why?
Do you know an old fellow? Apparently he lives in a tree named Harad.
I do, yes.
Okay. Cool. That one will have to remain a mystery, but it's good that that is a real person.
I don't think it's going to remain a mystery for very long.
Right.
Harad is a nickname.
Right.
Haradralan.
Right.
Haradralan is the sabersmith, the one who makes sunblades.
Right.
Who
Okay. Okay.
I'm sensing there's a bit more to this than just common curiosity.
Aren't you rather perceptive? I would very much like to meet this man, if you have the time.
I can take you now if you'd like. He doesn't live far.
Well,
I mean-
we can get dressed properly first.
What do you mean get dressed? I am dressed properly.
Oh,
We live-
come on.
This is a beachside town. Do you think anybody is going to be dressed differently from me?
Well, if they had any sense, I suppose they would.
Oh, you are going to hate this place.
I've seen hundreds of people that dress like that. Got to be a bit more expressive.
They've certainly got to be something.
Although I suppose you might need to tone it down now you're a married man, right? Don't want to drink too much attention.
This was actually Narimia's idea.
So, Harad, shall we?
Yes. We can walk there in maybe half an hour, or if you're of a particular rush, we can ride there. It's up to you.
No, a walk's fine.
Okay. He will gesture in a direction that leads you down the beach, further away from the villa.
Okay.
Awesome. While you guys are walking there, I'm going to go to Reverie and Aria. Reverie, Aria, what are you guys doing when you wake up?
When Arya wakes up, she goes through her stretches and her yoga and stuff like that. She does probably actually get out of her like normal travel clothes and like her like bit of like armor as well, and goes to look for like something a little more beachy to wear, comfortable. All her clothes are white because white and gold were all she was allowed to wear. So she like picks out like a comfy cotton linen kind of like jumper dress almost, and she prestidigitates it to look like kind of like iridescent rainbow that's like a little like pastel-y, and then wraps her patchwork around that. And she kind of wants to just wander around a little and maybe sit by the beach and like but as she's walking by, she sees one of her old pictures on the wall, like this little stick figure drawing of herself surrounded by like other stick figures with no faces and no names, but it just says friends. And it was like something that she drew as a kid when she always dreamed and wished to be surrounded by friends. So real quick, she'll just take that off the wall, find like some kind of like drawing utensils and fill in the names and faces, and even have to add a couple more than she had before with Reverie, Sheila, Karen, Elion, Kesselis, and she even adds Harahal and Zotali and Haval and Magnolia. And then she goes out, and I think she wants to work a little more on her song, but just kind of be out in the fresh air while she does it. So.
Okay.
Because she knows she'll see her Aunt Lorelei at dinner and get to like talk and like run into her and like catch up then. But for now, she kind of just like wants to just enjoy being here again. And she'll find like where's some like places that are like high up with like a nice view. I feel like a spot like that would have been like Aria's spot.
I mean, so this villa is right on the edge of the southern coast kind of forms like a natural point here, and Brightcliff kind of sits on like almost like a curve at the kind of like moving away from that point. It kind of curves like a curved wall that then comes around the rest of the cliffside. the Suncrest Villa is kind of towards not the entirety of the tip, but kind of like the edge of those cliffs. So you are quite high up already. The only place higher than this would be the Mayoral Manor, which is at the very, very crest of the cliffs.
Great. So I'll just find like a nice place, like a little bench or something like that to sit, bring my violin with me, and bring my sheet music. And I think around this time, Aria will kind of focus more on like she thinks a little bit about the what she saw with that burnt down town, and that sense of like giving people what they need and like standing up and fighting back, and like that when you'd rather die on your feet rather than live beneath someone's boot kind of attitude, even if you know it's a hopeless situation. Maybe contradict that with like kind of parallel that with the through line of like that hope she's getting at. But then also she thinks about returning to Brightcliff, which is a big thing for her since she ran away, and she has not really felt at home anywhere since then, and she didn't necessarily know if she was going to even see her aunt again. And that sense of like homecoming and like that returning to a place that does feel safe even amidst all that tragedy, and that like when you lose a home but then you also find home again, and she'll try and incorporate that into the song and find where it's balanced in what she has so far.
Okay. Then in that case, I need a performance check from you, and I'll give you advantage on this one.
Okie dokie. Let me get my dice out, actually. That's probably important. I'll go with these one. I had my bag next to me and I forgot to take them actually out. You said performance with advantage?
Performance with advantage, please.
Okie dokie. There we go. Bismillah. Okay. Oh, that just flew out of the... Okay, with advantage, that landed on the floor as a 15. The first one was 8, so I'll go with the 15 plus, I believe my performance right now is 12. So 15 plus 12. 15,
27.
15. Thank you.
27, that's a phenomenal one. This comes quite natural to you at this point, especially this particular part of it that you're at. It comes very, very fluidly, and a whole section of the song is completed in this moment. Make me a perception check, please. This is going to be based on your hearing.
Okay. Aria's got really good hearing. Bismillah. Jeez, no, that's cocked. Land in the... There we go. Okay. Don't know why my dice are being so jumpy today. So that's a 19 plus 5?
Okay. On a 24, drifting from the other... somewhere in the town, you can hear somebody playing the song that you're playing out, which is weird because like it's your song. There seems to be playing on a flute. And as you stop, the last couple of notes they play trail out and stop.
Curiouser and curiouser. I'm gonna go explore and see where that's coming from.
Okie dokie. You are able to wander in that direction if you like into the town.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to leave you there, Aria. Reverie. What do you do upon waking?
Well, I have 3 kids now, so I let the baby baby sleep a little bit longer since the baby got put down a little bit long, like after the other two kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to kind of get the other kids up, ready. Um, Reverie's not in like her armor. She's definitely in like her chilling clothes because
As
it's the
you
best she's got.
as you get up and you like the baby's still there, but as you go to get the other two kids, they're not in their beds. Their beds are made pristinely, by the way, but they're not in their beds. But you can hear childish laughter from somewhere in the house.
Okay, great, good. I'm going to pick up the baby and attach the baby to me and the baby Bjorn. And I'm going to go find the kid.
Okay. You look everywhere in this villa, and then eventually you find them. In kind of like the, you know, like in Roman villas, they have that space in the middle of the house where it's like open air with like a square corridor around it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like a patio in the middle with like a garden or some water feature or something. There's one of them, and you can see the two kids just kind of flying around this space in circles with Kesselly's just standing doing this. And then when Kessley sees you, just kind of like, I swear they made me do it.
I'm just glad they're safe.
Is everything he keeping his hands up, and then he brings them down to land. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was going to make sure they were showered and then see if they wanted to go to the beach.
They show like a bit of positivity about that. They would like to go to the beach.
Do you want to come with us?
Yeah, I can do that. And then he will. You guys have to go and bathe. I don't know how that happens, but go do it.
Same way you do. She's gonna kind of put her hands on like the kids' backs to lead them to go do that.
Okay, okay.
I love babysitter Kessley's.
10 minutes of fighting to get them bathed and scrubbed clean and all that jazz. And as you bring them out, big towels round them, hair dripping, Kessley looks them both over and just prestidigitation on both of them so they just dry. And then he's gonna look you and like, does magic make them not clean again, or are they still clean?
I believe they're still clean.
Okay, good. Could I just have prestidigitated that? And just made them clean? Would that have worked?
Yes, but I think it's better if they're big.
Okay.
Because they have to get their ears cleaned.
I wonder if I could prestidigitate their ears. Kessley's now looks at both of the older kids with like a look of like, what exactly can I clean with prestidigitation? Could I clear snot out their nose?
I mean, if that's the case, why wouldn't you do that on yourself for your allergies?
I've been lied to my entire life. Are we ready to go?
I believe so.
Then let's go to the beach. Ninky Minjaj.
I will.
Like, is that like some famous elf?
Yeah, yeah.
I will lead
Yeah.
all 4 of my kids to the beach then.
There's a, there's a famous Eladrin bard called Ninki Minjaj.
Which
Queen of the beaches.
which season is she from?
Oh, definitely summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Summer is stupid pop music. Like I'm saying this right now. I know she's not Irish, but like, spring gets Chapel Roan, right? I'm just saying. Spring gets Chapel Roan.
Or Florence.
No, we don't want Florence the Machine. No, we don't want her. Florence the
Autumn will
Machine.
take Florence.
Or
There you go.
Autumn can take Florence the Machine. We will do that.
Winter gets Aurora.
Autumn also gets Tom Jones.
I
Tell
also get
tell me Tom Jones does not give Autumn vibes.
I mean, he is Welsh. Like,
Fuck, so
Right.
yes.
Can I also take Hosier?
Can you take who?
Hosier.
Hosier.
No, Hosier's Irish. Sorry. His
Yeah,
music
it's spring.
his music is entirely folk. Tell me that man sings and you don't hear spring.
Okay, but can we at least get like for like summer? Can we get like I don't know who's poppy that's like actually good?
You guys can have Kanye West.
No.
hell no.
I'll take Esha
Well,
over
we
Kanye.
can, I feel like we can throw him a bone and give him Kesha.
Yeah, we'll give you Kesha. I'll give you Kesha. I'll
Take Kesha.
I'll give you Katy Perry. Do you
I
know what?
always feel
Do you know what? I'll do you guys the biggest favor you could ever do for summer. I'll give you guys Taylor Swift.
No.
I feel like we've got both Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber. I can't lie to you.
Oh no, you definitely have Justin Bieber. No. I'm sorry. We are not taking responsibility for that shit.
Aria is gonna be the Lindsay Sterling of summer.
Okay,
Oh shit!
important.
Oh shit! Do you know who we've got? We've got Ed Sheeran.
Important. Who has Lady Gaga?
Meat dress is definitely spring.
No.
just saying.
No. That's weird. That's weird music. I'm gonna have to say winter.
Yeah. That she is very pale as well. That does give the same thing. I vibe with that.
That's some weird ass winter vibes right there. I would.
So does that mean
Here's one. Who would get Bruno Mars?
Oh, he's got some autumn vibes.
Yeah,
That's
he's
some
autumn. I was gonna
vibes
say
Yeah, I
he's
see
autumn.
that. I see that.
so then does that mean if weird means winter, does that mean winter
doesn't
also has
always.
Sia?
No. See, two different types of weird, right? Lady Gaga is weird arty. Sia is weird. What the fuck are you doing to the chandelier? So Sia, I'm going to have to be honest. Sia is some summer vibes.
So there you go, you got Sia.
Okay, I can take
Summer
Sia.
also has Sabrina Carpenter.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, we're satisfied now.
Love her.
Right, okay, cool. I'm glad that we got to the bottom of that really, really pivotal bit
This
of
is deep lore.
Very
This is
important.
deep lore.
This is some real deep lore right there.
Oh
Very
wait, hang on.
important to me.
I feel like Winter also gets Amy Lee.
Oh,
From Evanescence,
definitely.
yeah.
Like winter is equal parts weird, quinky dink folk music and also symphonic death metal.
Yeah, it's actually funny because one of the backgrounds I have for one of Ari's patches is she got it from a fairy who is like a gorgeous singer from Winter named Amy Lee.
They're like the gnomes or
So we
Mechanicus.
have-
That's
so
all
we
you've
have-
got.
So we have like Amy Lee, we've got like Sonata Arctica, but then at the same point we've also got like bagpipes and any song featuring the hurdy-gurdy. Oh my god, we have Patty Gurdy.
I feel like Aurora is also
No
Winter
one knows
too.
who that is, bro.
How can nobody know who Patty Gurdy is, man? She's fucking great. I don't know who Aurora is, sorry.
That thing in the sky. Borealis.
I'll send you some of her music later.
Okay.
I feel like Autumn is folk and R&B, so
all
I
of
love
them
R&B.
are folk in different stances, but they also have like other things. So like Spring is folk and also soft rock. Soft rock.
See that?
Summer is like, you know, like maple English folk, and then is also pop. Autumn is like, you know, kind of lilting folk, but then is also I'd say leaning towards like, yeah, maybe a little touch of R&B.
I'm
I
taking
could just
Jasmine
see-
Sullivan.
But I'd
She's
say
mine.
I'd say
I
more
could see lo-fi.
blues than R&B.
Ooh, yeah.
And then winter is like, you know, Scottish folk, but then also symphonic choral death metal.
What I feel like I feel like either winter or summer gets classical.
Oh, summer gets classical.
Yeah, that was my first instinct too, but I wasn't really sure.
No one
'cause you
argues
said
about like
symphonic
Beethoven,
or winter.
Mozart like a summer court.
No,
Absolutely.
absolutely not. But anyway,
Plus,
now that we're past that bit of lore,
Classical writers are insane, so I feel like it makes sense for some.
Yeah. But anyways.
now
This
that
was
that really
very
pivotal piece of lore has been sorted, who do we blame for Kanye? I'm kidding on. We're not getting into that argument. We are. Yeah, so you and Kesselise and the three kids, you guys make your way to the beach. On the beach, Kesselise is just working magic and building sand sculptures and castles and stuff. And just playing around with the kids. The little baby obviously doesn't do much. They just have like a bit of tummy time. They kind of eat some
Carefully
sand.
shaded tummy.
Carefully shaded tummy time. They eat some sand. They're having a high. They're living the high life. Like I
I'll
got.
dig a little hole, put some water in it for them to splash it.
Yeah, they splash about and it's splash. As all this is going on, a shadow is going to come nearby you. This shadow is denser than the kind of shadow cast by like the umbrella and stuff, like the parasol that you bring along. A shadow that you recognise, not like a scary shadow. It's like it's a comforting shadow. Does bring a bit of like a touch of cold with it, but not so much cold that you'd be worried about it being there. Just like a noticeable drop in temperature.
Is this my bestie?
It's the rain.
I'm gonna ask Kesselise to watch the two older kids, and I'm gonna take the baby. That way he doesn't have to worry about the baby, who is the most likely to die from drowning.
Kesley just kind of waves before like a sandball hits him in the face, and then they start having a sandball fight.
I'm gonna approach the raven.
You approach the Raven Queen.
Yeah, we're besties.
She turns her face towards you. And it's no longer her face, it's a porcelain mask with deep shadows for eyes. Something about her is different. She does not seem to have the same air or aura that an archfey usually has.
Has something happened to you?
When she speaks, there is very little emotional give in her voice. Very plain. There has been a shift in how things are perceived now.
Is that a good thing or bad?
I believe it to be for the better. I believe it to be something that will benefit both you and I greatly in the times to come.
Good.
She will look to the child. Who is this little one?
Did the kids tell me the baby's name?
They did not. They have not given their names.
They haven't given me any names yet. So I am going to call them this one a nickname. For now.
Okay. What nickname are you giving the baby?
Levi.
Levi.
It's a girl.
They make some good genes. She will smile and she will look at Levi and then she won't smile, but there's a like, positive shift in her body stance. And she looks at Levi, tilts her head and says, "He will live a long life."
I would hope so. Since Elion saved him from death.
She will turn and look up at Brightcliff and then she will say, "There are many who will not."
I had a feeling with the interesting enemies we have.
Something is stirring. And what stirs requires something that is hidden here. I do not know what it is. But the strings of fate fall in line that this place, this Brightcliff, stands on a knife edge.
And you don't know what this hidden...
I do not know what it is or where it is hidden, only that it is hidden here. The workings of fate are such that often they cannot be altered, they cannot be changed. But sometimes you find a moment in fate where all things can fall a number of ways. Brightcliff's destruction brings around a possibility of something. Its redemption removes that possibility. Fate tells us no more than this. But soon something will come for Brightcliff, and soon it will have its moment to decide whether it will rise or fall.
I suppose similarly to other information we've shared, and Reverie going to kind of look to Cassidy's off playing with the kids, that I cannot share this as well.
This is a fluid state. As there is no definite outcome, it can be discussed. His fate, however, still remains sealed.
Then I will pass along the wisdom you shared with me.
she will turn and start to leave.
Before you go,
She
I don't
stops,
suppose you would-
turns back to you.
I don't suppose you would have the knowledge of that there's a place here where I could perhaps creep into the mirror.
Sorry, say that again.
I don't suppose you'd know if there's a place in Brightcliff where I could sneak in to some undisclosed door to try and get your mirror.
You talk of finding a way into the Summer King's halls.
Yes, they did ask me to retrieve it.
I am aware. There is someone who operates as one of his agents here. Not one of any consequence, but due to their name, they have a means of traversing to his domain. If you find who is a agent of Summer, you will find a way into the Summer King's home.
I will work on that as well.
Everything that I ask of you, you do without question. And I am often minorly thankful. I would like to be more so. And so I would offer a reward for your devotion. And she will extend a hand.
I will take her hand.
She is going to
We're holding hands.
yeah, you're holding hands right now. It's a lovely, lovely thing. She is going to give you, as she holds onto your hand, you feel a surge of power through you. Surge of energy, like, and expands to your magical reserves. What is your wisdom score?
My wisdom score right now is 17.
17. She will increase that to 18.
Oh.
I mean, your wisdom modifier goes up to a +4, and it also increases your spell save DC and your attack modifier for your spells.
Oh.
And she will just simply say, continued dedicated service will award you additional rewards. And then she turns and starts to leave again.
I will let her leave this time.
Okay. You feel a scratching on your back at that reward that's been given. Very similar to that of a tattoo needle. Like, obviously they don't have tattoo guns here, so it's like the old school stick and poke style, but very similar to that.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Kesley's because I can't see my own back
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of go, what's on my back?
He gives a look at your back and then is like, there's feathers on your back.
Oh, like the ones on my face?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know what they do. So, we'll figure it out. One day, eventually.
Okay. Do you need me to do anything?
I don't think so. This was a reward?
Oh,
Unless you can
you saw.
identify my back.
I don't think it works like that.
I didn't think it did.
Did she? Did she say anything else, or did she just turn up to reward you?
Yes, she did. Reverie gonna kind of like look at the kids, watch them like play in the water, bouncing the baby. Brightcliff is on a precipice. Something is coming. There is something here that will change the course, but it's hidden. It's an object of some sort. And we don't know much of it.
Did she say how long?
No.
Okay.
But given our luck, soon. Extremely soon. Probably while we're here, if in fact.
Aria's aunt has a library. I can go and start researching and start seeing what local lore there is around.
Well, Reverie's gonna reach out and put a hand on Tessa's arm. We have a day. And we haven't had a day to just have fun in what feels like 620 years. So I say we take this day, and then at the stroke of midnight, if you can tell when midnight is in this place, then we can start fussing. If anything, one of us will walk into it on accident. I'm gonna bet on Elliot because he's a brilliant idiot.
He's definitely half of that.
Or me, because I'm incredibly suspicious of everything. But
That's fair. I guess I'll go back to playing with the kids.
Yes. I have to think of names for them, so.
I'll try and get them to talk and tell their names. And then he will go back to the two children who are playing in the shallows.
Don't forget your sunscreen.
He just kind of like, yeah, okay.
You're going to be burnt. Cassidy's with a nasty sunburn later. Oh my god.
You're just gonna have to be like dunking him in aloe vera.
Bathes
Gonna look
in
like a
milk.
lobster. Gonna look like a lobster.
Kesley's first time in summer, first time with sun poisoning.
We're going to leave Reverie there. I'm going to go back to Elion and Arteronon. After about half an hour of walking, you reach a part where it's like there's a little outcrop of cliff that has been broken away from the main body of the cliffs, and it's reachable only by a little bridge. And the trees here stand out because they are, instead of having like, you know, bright green leaves and, you know, like an almost kind of tropical feel, they are like cherry blossom trees. And as you get closer to the bridge on one side, you start to hear a flute playing. Like melodic, long drawn notes. You can see a beautiful house. A small house, like maybe, oh, I say small, maybe like a 4-bedroom house. But compared to the other villas here, it's definitely not a villa. It's like your average family house. And to the side of it is a massive cherry blossom tree, which has been hollowed out. Not like how spring does it, this has been carved out to create what is essentially a small studio apartment. And sitting outside it, there is a summer eladrin. Very, very easily noticed summer eladrin. And he's wearing a hakama. How to describe a hakama? You familiar with you played Tekken before, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the long skirt thing that Heihachi wears?
Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah.
The skirt-like thing that you traditionally wear when practicing Bushido.
Yeah.
And then like bandages around here, and then curling up onto the shoulder. They have long, what was maybe once blonde hair, but it's like that kind of silvery platinum colour of age. His horns that he has are almost like cloud motifs. They almost start kind of wispy and then fade into really elegant curving horns, and they have this diamond-like quality to them. He also has tattoos all up his arm of clouds and petals and what appears to be some kind of serpentine creature which comes out and his head comes over onto his chest. The other notable thing is that he has a bandage over his eyes. And he sits and plays. And as you guys get about halfway across the bridge, he takes the flute, puts it down, and he stands up, reaches out expertly and grabs hold of like a quarterstaff, taps a couple of times in front of him, and then like walks forward and waits at the other edge of the other side of the bridge. And as you get maybe about 10 feet away, he goes, Arteronon, you've brought a friend with you.
I'm looking to Altera and I'm like,
The person will go, Arteronon always wears the same shampoo. Orange blossoms. You, other friend, have not bathed in some time. You should see to that.
Well, I've been doing a lot of fighting. I apologize.
He smiles at that and then points back to his little studio flat and says, "Can I interest either of you in some tea?"
Sure.
He will tap a couple of times in front of him, and then walk with purpose.
Alteron, he's blind.
Yes, he is.
How's he supposed to identify the sword if he's blind?
Arteronon smiles and just says, "You've never been around any, like, craftsmen before, have you?
Well, no,
They're real picky about this shit."
see, some of us actually did our job and didn't just dress soldier. So we haven't all just been sat in a villa for a long time, just
Sorry,
throwing at dummies.
Aren't you currently boasting of beating me, even though we agreed that I would take the fall in order to
Did you
sell
win?
something? I took the fall.
So you chose to lose. That seems like a stupid
we
decision.
we are going to settle this.
I've been getting that a lot recently.
They will, and then so as you guys have moved, he's sitting over where his thing was, and then he turns around and just says, "Are you two going to continue squabbling, or are you going to join me?"
No, we're coming.
As you sit down, he's already got tea poured, and he has his up to his mouth, drinking. And then he turns his head toward. It's really weird. He acts like he can see. He turns towards you and says, "So, are you a warrior friend, like a warrior friend of Arteronon's, or are you more of a scholarly enthusiast?"
I'd like to think a healthy mix of both.
A man who tries to swim in 2 lakes will find himself drowning very quickly.
We're old friends. We yeah, okay.
He smiles and says, "Arteronon, your friend is easily flustered."
Look, I'm sorry. I'm caught a bit off guard by the
By the swordsmith who has no eyes.
I don't want to be rude. I'm sure you're very talented. I
He
came here for a
starts to-
purpose.
He starts to unwrap the bandage, and then he shows you his eyes, and his eyes are, there's no damage. There's no scar tissue around his eyes. In fact, there's no grievous wound. His eyes are just white, like.
Mm-hmm.
He will say. He turns them towards you as if he can see you, but it's very clear that he can. And he'll say, "Weapons forged in sunlight can be devastating in other ways. I fought someone who wielded a sunblade, and despite being victorious in the duel, their blade let off quite the explosion, and my eyes never came back."
Kind of whispering to our terrible leading over slightly. Is it? I feel like I've come at a very insensitive time.
No, don't worry, I don't take offense to it. My hearing is incredibly sensitive. No.
Right. Okay. Centered. Right. Arteronon told me you're you make these?
Sunblades.
Well, you did.
I still do, but the last time I put hammer to forge was nigh on 300 years ago. My works are usually only made for private collectors, people who have the capability to wield, who seek me out. My master was one for whoever can pay. I am more for who deserves. If you've come to request one to be made, I do apologize, but I do not know you well enough to make one for you.
No, I came from one to be identified.
Ah, you already have one.
Yes. Normally I wouldn't bother, but it's rather peculiar.
Well, I'd be happy to take a... And he's going to smile and then take a look.
I'll put it on the table between us, just so we can...
He puts a hand out, lays it on top of it, and then smiles immediately. And it's when his hand hits the crossguard. He's going to say, I can tell you the name of this blade without even examining anymore. Summer Eladrin blades do not have crossguards. We view ourselves as too civilized for such a commodity. This was made for someone with the hand of an ultimate.
Yes, someone I knew travelled in a caravan, and if I recall correctly, I could be mistaken, it was the owner of it, or someone that they knew wielded it.
The woman
But
who
I don't
the woman
believe
who
they were
commissioned-
summoned.
The woman who commissioned this was a Summer Eladrin, married to an Autumn Eladrin.
Yes.
Am I getting that right, Liz? Yeah. Yes, her husband was an Autumn Eladrin, and he was rather fond of sunblades, but he could never quite get the grip of a summer style handle. So she had one commissioned with an autumn style hilt and crossguard. An ingenious idea, and it shows this was one of the greatest honours I ever had, and one of the greatest works I've ever made. And then he looks down at where his hand is, and speaking to the Sunblade says, "It is good to see you again, old friend."
I wielded this recently in... I don't know if it's disrespectful to do so, but I found myself short of options, and when the fight ended, it has runes on it. And I've never wielded a sunblade before, and I've definitely very rarely seen them, but I've never seen them with runes.
How many runes are currently lit?
I will, if you'll excuse me, and I'll turn it on, and I'll count.
There's 2 runes on the hilt that are lit.
2, and then I'll...
Then
Put it back down.
Lightbringer has currently reached its awakened state. It must be very comfortable with you.
Right, but it's not mine.
No, it's not. But you are it. Sunblades are as much a part of we Summer Eladrin as we are part of the sun. In fact, the first of these was made directly from magic harnessing the sun's rays. Each of them has a piece of that defiance, that constant overbearing spirit within them. You can no more own a sunblade than you can own the horns on my head. If that sunblade, if Lightbringer has allowed you to wield it, then Lightbringer has chosen you. You belong to that sword.
Right. So you're saying they're aware?
No, it's not quite as extravagant as that. Every weapon, from the mundane sword to the exalted spear, they have soul. There's a spirit to them. Like how when you wield a sword, and no matter what, some swords just don't feel right in your hand. But then you pick one up, and it's as if it was made for your hand. That is a part of their soul.
Right. I also did have another line of inquiry. Did you make a lot of the recent sunblades?
I've made a large number of sunblades, yes.
If I gave you a name, would you remember if you commissioned it?
Most definitely, I remember the name of every blade I've ever wielded, every blade I've ever made.
Orion Ithilden?
Hand and a half, slight curve, long sword. He called it Darksbane. Yes, I know this blade. I did not make it. That was made by my master. We had two wielders before him. Neither of them cared to name it. They weren't quite entirely devoted to wielding the blade. But when he came, my master wouldn't make a blade for him. He gave him one. Which sounds bad, but to my master that was more of an honour. He was passed a blade which had been left to two unworthy wielders.
Right. Right.
Lightbringer is a very good match.
Thank you for your time.
How do you come to know that name?
It's a rather complicated relationship. But, he was, or is, my father. Is.
You are Elion.
Apparently so.
I remember your name being mentioned. Apparently quite the swordsman.
Well, yeah, I'm better than most.
And humble, too. if you ever come across Darksbane, I would enjoy seeing it again.
Sure, I mean, if... I'll be honest and say I have no intention of going looking for it. But... if I can... Thank you for your time. I know it's probably valuable.
I have very little to do nowadays other than tend to my garden and play my music, so this was a welcome distraction. If there is ever anything else I can help you with, please do feel free to stop by anytime.
Okay. Sure. Okay. We can go, Alternon. I'm done.
Thank you for your time, Master Haradrona. Honestly, you are both welcome, and please don't have to call me Master Haradrona. It has been quite some time since I picked up a blade. Harad, it's fine. And Arteron will nod his head, stand up, and start making his way towards the bridge.
Kind of let him leave a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a second and... Thank you. You put a lot of things into a slightly different perspective, but... Can I ask one last question?
Of course.
Did you meet my father?
I cannot say I knew him well, or that I knew him as a friend. But I knew enough that his disappearance caused great upset. He was a furious warrior. When they spread tales of his death, I never quite believed them. I've only known a handful of swordsmen who I think personally could match your father.
It's just funny, everyone seems to know him better than I did.
Oftentimes, those who are closest to us are the greatest mysteries.
True.
Sometimes we must look at them from a distance away to see who they truly are. You have heard a couple of people speak of him, I assume.
Sure, we can say that.
Then what do you make of the man they speak about?
The man they speak about to me is someone I have yet to meet.
Then I would suggest arranging that meet in order to truly attain whether it is worth putting stock in.
Yeah, probably. Thank you. And I'll bow and I'll see myself out.
He gives a wee kind of like leaning on his staff, gives a wee kind of bow, and then allows you, and lets you leave. Awesome. And then we are going to jump back to Aria. Aria, you were wandering through the town at this point, yeah?
Yeah, basically just following the sound and
So
direction the flute came.
so to reiterate, the flute did stop when you stopped playing. So there was no other sound to follow. All you know is that it was in the town.
Oh, okay. I'll probably go in that direction. And I think maybe you'd just like to help me kind of like every now and then, maybe I'll play a few notes from the song, not the whole thing, but just like to see if like maybe it'll be like a call response thing, just to like,
Yeah, give me a perception check. Perception check.
okay.
On hearing.
Perception. Okay, that's a 12 plus 5. 12, 13, 14, 15, 17?
17. Okay, so on a 17, there is a bit of a call and response to it. And it leads you kind of into the kind of more. At first, it takes you towards like a kind of like mercantile area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fishermen and all the kind of like seaside wares that you would get, and then it starts to move towards like the little back alleys. You know, those little they're like really really narrow and it's all steps and.
Yeah, I always love exploring those. You never know where you'll end up.
And then as it gets to the end of it, it comes into just like it's almost like the back of a multitude of different buildings, but there's no other street that goes anywhere. It's just like a square. Maybe about 50 feet across the other side, like a perfect square, and there's no other way out except the way you've came, but there is nobody here.
Try the call response again. Maybe add a little singing just to see if I can hear their voice too.
There is a very, very. Well, wait, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception? Give me a second now. Passive perception is 15.
15. On a 15, you don't hear any noise around you, except from behind you, the sudden playing of like 4 or 5 notes on a flute.
I'll turn around.
You turn around and there is a summer eladrin there. Quite like, obviously being from like a seaside area, quite sun-kissed skin. Blonde, short hair on the sides and back, but the top and the back part up to about like the crown is a bit long, kind of tied up and secured with like just like a wooden peg. Wearing similar clothing to what I described with our Terranon, except it's more in kind of like blues and orange. They have like a long series of necklaces with different kind of like beads and stuff on them. Couple of bracelets in the same style, and they're wearing like a pair of like thick leather sandals, and holding in their hand like a flute that they're just kind of resting on their head, and they're going, you know, it's not really what you'd call a good idea to follow random musical notes down alleyways. Usually it leads you to a place where you're going to get mugged.
I've dealt with worse than mugging, and I'm, for better or worse, naturally curious. Especially when I hear someone playing notes from far away of a song that I'm still writing.
Well, I mean, if you hear it, you can play it. So why wouldn't you play along?
That's very true.
Right, well, toodle pip then.
Well, hang on. Well, hang on. Are you a local musician? Have you been playing very long? What did you think of the song? Oh, may I ask your name? Not to keep, just to know, obviously.
It was all right. Yes. No. You can, but I won't give it.
Fair enough. Well, you may... Out of curiosity, how did it make... If it's just all right, how did it make you... I mean, it's obviously not finished yet. How did it make you feel, though, when you heard it?
Well, the bit you were playing, depressed.
Yeah, that part was not one of the brighter parts of the song.
There's too much reliance on hope.
But isn't hope a good thing?
No, yeah, hope is a good thing, but if you put all your eggs in the basket of hope and hope falls through, then you get no eggs, do you? Just a big mess on the floor.
So, but I know that hope is very, very hard to kill, and just personally, it's
Hope's not. Hope's
well,
not
it's got
that
me
hard
this
to-
far.
Hope's not that hard to kill. Pretty easy, in fact. It's actually really easy to kill hope.
Not in my personal experience, but so then, what would you say would balance that out then?
Grit. Needs a bit of tenaciousness, a bit of oomph. You know?
Bit of backbone.
No, you could do. You could put a banging donk on it.
A gong?
Sorry, I couldn't resist that noise. It goes, no, like too many people rely on hope, but if all you're doing is relying on hope, you're not really doing anything, are you? So a bit of tenacity, a bit of getting up and doing something. No,
Action.
there was a lot of parts. It went sad to happy and hopeful to sad to happy and hopeful to oh, this was quite a weird little part, and then to happy and hopeful. It's like every time something good happens, you just sit back on whatever it is you're sitting back on and hoping things stay the same rather than working to keep them the same.
That's really helpful feedback. Because ultimately, I'm trying to create a song that can have the power to heal a broken heart, connect people, and uplift them.
Well, if your heart's broken, you're dead. That's kind of how that happens.
But I've heard of people healing from a broken heart.
I don't know.
Emotionally, I mean.
My mum was a nurse, and if you broke somebody's heart, like if their heart stopped,
I mean more emotionally.
Oh, your heart doesn't break emotionally. Your heart breaks physically. Your spirit or yourself breaks emotionally.
All right, good to know the clarification.
Yeah, people use like really weird colloquialisms and idioms. It's like when people say, "Oh, think with your heart." How can you think with your heart? Your heart is just a thing that pumps blood through your veins like that. It doesn't do anything.
All right, then, to correct myself, then the initial intention, knowing that now, is something that can heal a broken spirit. Like I said, uplift, connect.
See now, that makes more sense. Because if you were trying to heal a broken heart with song, well, it's not going to do much.
That's
is
a good
it?
point. That's a very good point. So then grit is a good way to kind of ground that and balance it out.
Yeah. The song you're writing is... It's got a really good technique to it. You could make an insight check on that, Aria.
I will. I was just thinking, technique. Size. Okay, that's a 15 plus 7.
15 plus 7 is 22.
Yeah.
When he says you have a really good technique, he's saying it in the way that like people look at like somebody's painting and say, "You're very technically correct." They're saying like you're following all the rules, which is good rule following, but there's room for those rules to bend. There's room to be adventurous. There's room to, as he put it, stop being hopeful and start doing something.
But it's not there yet, right?
Nothing's
It hasn't
ever-
felt finished yet.
Nothing's ever there.
Hmm.
If it was there, there'd be no point in anybody else doing anything else.
That's true. Be boring then too. Life's too exciting and full to be boring.
Very much so.
My aunt's got a saying, life is a banquet, darling, and most poor suckers are starved, so live, live, live. And I prefer to share that banquet with people. So, grit. Action.
Great.
Thank
Action.
This
And
is really
also,
helpful.
and then he's going to step right up close to you, and then be like, "Don't follow strange sounds down alleys. You'll get mugged."
I can take care of myself more than you think, but I do appreciate that warning.
You're right. Who am I to say otherwise? And he kind of puts his hands up and twirls his flute and sticks it back in his pocket, and then steps back and says, "Then, pleasure to meet you. Maybe meet you again. Who knows? Until such times. Well, there's only one way out."
Question.
Yes.
You didn't happen to try and just mug me just now, did you?
I would. No, definitely not. I did not try to mug you at
Insight
all.
check.
Go ahead.
Because he got real up close, and Aria's come across bandits before, so. Insight, Bismillah. Okay, that was 11 plus 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? Hang on, am I getting that right? 11. Yeah, 18.
He is being 100% genuine when he says that. He did not try to mug you.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry to accuse. Just trying to be a little less immediately trusting. Naive.
Absolutely understandable. I get it. Anyway, have to run. See you around. And he turns.
See you.
And I'm going to make the acrobatics check for him. As he, very Aladdin style, scales up the side of these houses, like, you know, foot on like a foot on like a raised wall, other foot onto like a doorstop, hand up, grabs an apron, pulls himself up, and just
Very
disappears off the
parkour.
roof. It's at this point that you will realise that your coin purse is missing. He was being very truthful when he said he did not try to mug you. He did not try because he was successful. Your passive perception is a 15. I rolled the sleight of hand check. It was a 16 on the dice alone.
You know what? That's an end. All right, so did I keep all of it? Ari would keep all. Would she have brought all of her money with her?
I don't think you can fit all of your money. And well, wait, hold on. How much money do you have?
A lot. Like I got a lot from that Ioun stone. It's ridiculous. So I've still got about like 18,000, like over 18,000 golden plus 26 platinum.
I'm going to be realistic and say nobody's going to take that much money out unless you get like a bag of holding. But I'm not the dickhead DM that's going to have them take a bag of holding off you. I'd say a coin purse will probably hold maybe the equivalent of like 250 gold.
Okay. She can't even be mad at the hustle. And he did give her some good advice. So it's like, she doesn't need, like, yeah, lesson learned, good advice. And she'll probably just, like, head back wandering through the town, take a look at stuff. And actually, I'm going to try and stop by a fabric shop and get a patch from here, too, to add to my collection. Just like a square of fabric on my way back to the manor.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go to the beach or something like that before dinner. Hang out with my friends. Take a swim. But yeah, I'll look for a patch.
The merchants here have got all kinds of fabrics and stuff. You can very easily find a patch here. Very, very
Great.
easily.
I'll give them the coin for that. And take out my golden thread and needle and start adding it to my skirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that point, I think it's good for us to take our 15-minute break, and then when we come back, we'll see what's going to happen with the rest of the day. Don't go anywhere, folks, and we will see you after our break. Hello everybody, we are back with part 2 of our little stream session today. When we left, our party have all kind of reconvened back at the villa, the Suncrest family villa, in various states of, let's say, mental strength. Some of us are happy. Some of us have more questions. Some of us just found out this town is doomed. So who knows how that could go down. But as everybody comes back, breakfast is served. You know, a selection of breakfast fish and seafood as well as fruits. There is a kind of oatmeal that is served. There's a pretty fine collection of things to eat for breakfast. Aunt Lorelei is kind of paying attention to the children, and it's piling really weird fruits onto their plates, and be like, if you don't exercise your palate, it will die. And just piling mango, and then kiwi, and then just out of nowhere starfruit. Just weird, wonderful, tropical, rare fruits, and the kids are just looking at it like, where's the sugary shit? It's that kind of level. She's like, fruits from all corners of the world, and they're like, do you have Lucky Charms? While the breakfast is going on, what do you guys want to be doing at this point?
Eating, and I would want to talk to Aunt Lorelei, but she's clearly busy with the kids, so I'll hold off for now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go over and I'll ask Reverie. Do you think I should cast Ascending to Zotali, let him know that we got here, just in case he is done with his work from Asmodeus and knows to pop over here?
That would most likely be for the best.
Okay.
Reverie's balancing somewhere between feeding the baby and herself. She is somewhere found a balance.
Give a little wave
in
to the baby.
2 minutes of figuring it out.
Alright, I'll cast a quick sending to Zotali.
Great, roll a D100.
Oh, okay. Haven't done this in a hot minute.
You did it last session.
No, last session it went through.
Yeah, but
I didn't have to roll the...
No, you still have to roll it. You still rolled the D100. If you're contacting
I don't think
somebody...
you asked me.
No, I definitely did. If you contact somebody on another plane of existence with Ascending, you have to roll a D100 to see if it goes through.
Fair enough. I guess I just didn't remember that part. That's a 23.
23 is fine, it goes through.
Okay. Hey, Zotali. We made it safely to Brightcliff with my aunt. In case you're done with business, meet us here. Hope you're safe. See you soon.
Zotali will respond. Hello, Aria. Glad you are safe. Things here are quite hectic. Probably won't be done for some time. Stay safe. Hopefully see you soon. Zotali. Boom, 25 on the dot. Bang!
She's smiling softly, and there's a little bit of a blush on her cheeks. Just nice hearing his voice. So he's still going to be busy for a while, but he's glad that we made it back safe, and hopefully once he's done, he'll see us hopefully soon. But he sounds okay at least, so that's good.
Lorelei is going to turn and look over and be like, I know that look. You had that same look when you invented the what was it? There was those little performances you used to put on in the back garden. You would have that same face every time that you spoke to the the imaginary romantic interest. It was always some dashing debonair fellow. So, is this an imaginary dashing debonair fellow, or is this one more corporeal?
He is. He is definitely corporeal. Don't remember those.
Well, that is an improvement, dear.
His name is Zotali. We met quite far away at a party. I'd say he has his dashing moments. A little more, a good listener, very worldly in some ways. Music lover as well. Likes to learn fun facts, and he's well, we danced together and got to talking, and he's sort of a kindred spirit.
You used to be a bird.
He was not a bird. He was, well, he had bird-like features, but also humanoid. He was, I think, like a mix of like elven, like fae, and like abyssal. I don't know. Not entirely sure what he was.
You say what he used to be. What is he now? Aria, shush. Goes to Elion. What is he now?
Oh, well, I wasn't trying to get involved.
But you have involved yourself, darling, and therefore you are involved.
Shit.
That's what happens when you open your big fat mouth, Elion.
He's like...
Elion, how close to Lorelei are you sitting?
like maybe like 1 seat gap.
Okay. She grabs hold of like a grape and like just pings it off your floor, and it's like, mind your language, there are children present.
Drat.
And don't slouch.
He's...
You see Aria sit up too, because she used to do that. Say that to Aria too.
It's so much fun doing this specifically to Elion, because it's like you can see him going, I fucking hate this shit, and then she was like, don't slouch, and he immediately goes...
Yeah, you just see the two separate kids.
Horned. And...
He's... he is horned. I thought you said something else.
Look, Auntie, there are children present.
And they do not know what I'm speaking about. Do as I say, not as I do.
And he is red. He is rather weak looking, I suppose.
He is definitely not weak looking.
He looks a bit underfed. He's rather...
Well, I'll give you that. He definitely needs to eat more, but I think he called himself a Cambion?
Oh, I'm very familiar with them.
Really?
Yes, I've got stories about them up in my library.
Oh, guess I missed those ones.
Oh no,
yes.
You can't read those ones.
Are
they like
the horned books?
Oh yeah.
Did you just say the porned books?
No, I said the horned books.
Oh,
yeah,
but obviously, with that,
Reverie
said it with that insinuation. But she said horned because there are kids present.
Lorelei's going to lean over to you, Reverie, like, are you a fellow connoisseur?
On occasion.
Oh, those. Yeah, no, I'll stick strictly to the romance ones. I definitely don't like that stuff. But as long as
they can be quite romantic, dear.
Well, that's good to know, but I definitely... Hugs, cuddling...
Arteronon is just sitting there with eating his breakfast like, this is great. This is so, like... Arteronon's, like, actively trying not to laugh. But
I'll pluck off a grape and...
He's also not hiding the smell, so he's like...
I'll pluck off a grape and throw it at him. Anyways, I don't like that stuff, but romance apparently I do like. And Tali's, like, I mean, he's also a great friend, but still kind of got it. I did write a song for him, but I haven't had a chance to play it because a lot's been happening. But yes, like romance.
She's in puppy love. Don't slouch, Aria.
Yes, Auntie.
Shame on you.
Flush. I'll throw a grape at him too. And face is just beet red. But yeah, not imaginary.
You made the mistake of giving me your aunt as an NPC, and now I get to embarrass you voraciously.
And
I love
Elion.
it. No, I
Nah, I'm
love
chilling.
it.
He's enjoying this.
You're forgetting when we walked in, she was like, "You haven't eaten. Your fashion sense is terrible." And then she looked at me and she went, "Yeah, you're fit. That'll do."
No,
I
she
don't-
made you spin around to look at your butt.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Same thing.
But anyways, he's not going to be able to join us. He's still busy working, doing stuff. But he at least knows we're here and we're safe. So, and he's safe. So I'm happy to hear that. So,
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Well, since Aria has apparently found a strapping man to keep her entertained, and obviously Arteranon and Nerimia are in the throes of their new marriage. Elion, Reverie, is there anybody special in your lives?
I have a dog.
Oh. I do hope you're only walking that dog.
We're on conversating and discussing philosophy.
Oh, he talks to his dog.
The
Well,
dog
I've been
talks
with worse.
back.
I've been with worse.
but he can only summon him every 8 days or so, right?
A dog with time
Yes.
constraints. That's new. Reverie, what about you?
I am still grieving Reginald.
Oh, darling, they can't hear us from here.
Staring at Arteranon.
Arteranon is this entire conversation is just beetroot red, trying not to laugh.
But, interest has been expressed in several different paths, I think.
But the important question must be asked, dear, when it comes to the interest expressed. Is he rich?
Well, one of them is known as the King of the Nine Hells, or Lord of the Nine Hells. So I imagine, yes, wealthy.
Okay. Oh, one of the... So there is another.
Weirdly enough, there have been several over my journeys.
And do any of them receive any reciprocations?
I suppose I am hard to pin down.
She is going
Kind
to
of.
slap the table and be like, good for you. Never let one man pin down what should take 10 men to cage.
Unless you ask them to.
Oh, don't worry, dear. One day someone will ask you. Don't slouch. Elion's like slouching out a protest.
It's like Pavlov for Aria.
Then she's going to look at Kit. She's going, oh, sorry, go ahead. Elion, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what about you, Auntie? Do you have many admirers?
She is going to say, I am admired by many, coveted by all, and succeeded by none.
As it should be.
Too true, Reverie, my dear. Then she'll look to Kesslis, and she doesn't even get the question out for Kesslis, goes, nope. At which point she'll lean to Reverie again and be like, I'll break that one eventually.
Damn.
Oh boy.
He's
Elion's like, rest in
he's
peace.
still very young.
Oh, the young ones are always the most fun to embarrass until eventually they break.
Please don't break him. I have a contract. If something happens to him, it's my life.
Oh. Very well. So, how are you all finding our little seaside paradise?
It's beautiful.
Obviously happy to be back.
Not much has changed since you were last here, Aria.
To be honest, I'm kind of grateful for that. It also kind of puts in perspective how much I've changed, but in a good way.
Well, I'm glad you're having fun, dear. Just remember that while having fun, one must be sure to have the correct type of fun.
Yes, Auntie.
And what of the rest of you? What do you think of our lovely little haven?
Emotionally taxing.
You don't know how to have fun, do you?
Nope.
Hold on. I'm aware. It's just
He doesn't know how.
some of the citizens have been rather intrusive.
In what manner?
You ever have a conversation with someone and then they know slightly too much about you even though they haven't met you, and then it makes you think about things about yourself?
Our Pterodon just goes, took him to Harad. She's like, oh. No, I haven't had one of those conversations. Everybody that knows me loves me.
I could guess that.
And they know only what I want them to know, dear. Champion your own information. Then only you will control how it gets spread. If you want to know how your true friends are, spread a rumor yourself. Be the origin of your next mystery.
Perhaps we should do something similar.
Whatever could you mean, dear?
Well, there's obviously a leaky pipe somewhere in town, in the house. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What if we all spread a different rumor?
That is an interesting concept.
The one that reaches somewhere outside.
And I know the perfect cover. We'll have a party.
Puppy parties. They're always a rager. Absolutely brilliant.
We'll have a party, and we'll all design a different rumour. And then we spread it amongst all the household servants. And then we see who can be heard spreading what rumour around. The people of note will continue the rumour. The people of lesser character will alter the rumour to suit their own pathetic narrative. The rumour that remains the same is coming from the correct leak.
Brilliant.
Thank you, dear, I do try.
Slight problem. If we all have to do that task, I don't know how well I'll actually be able to. Like, if we had Sheila here, who you would absolutely love, Auntie. She's brilliant, fabulous, fantastic. She would be masterful at this. Me? Let's face it, I'm too sincere for my own good. I don't know if I'd be able to actually convincingly spread a rumor.
Oh, yes, darling, I'm very, very aware of that. You do not have a lying bone in your body.
Believe me, I tried, and it did not last very long.
Well, it's okay, dear. You can't be good at everything.
That'd be boring anyways.
So, then we should perhaps pick a small number of people to spread a lie.
Elian's quite good at it.
That feels targeted.
That wasn't intended to be something shady. I realized as soon as I said it, but you are good at it.
Well, I should hope so. It was my
You
job.
you certainly have foot and mouth disease.
Severely.
I will agree. Thank you. I am good with my mouth.
There are children here.
Oh, you know what they say, Elion. If a man must boast of great things, he has done nothing great. If a man is silent of great deeds, he has done many.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do like the idea of Elion being one of the ones to spread a lie. Many people will see a beautiful debonair woman talking and speaking of rumours, and they'll put it off as just dulcet gossip. But a strong, able-bodied man spreading a rumour? Oh God, they could never be heard of such a thing.
Well, why just use one when we have two? Reveries eyeing our Pteranon.
Oh, I see 3. As she's going to point to Kessely's. Kessely's is like, oh, no, I'm not able, but I like boots. And she's like, nonsense. You are able. You have a body. Therefore, you are able-bodied. You will
What
lie.
he means to say is he's not very good at lying.
It's
Then-
You
very
might be
te-
only slightly better than me.
Then tell
It's very
something so
teachable.
far-fetchedly truthful that it sounds like a lie.
That's a clever workaround.
Kessler just looks incredibly like... He's just like, oh God, no, I've been pulled into one of her schemes. Lorelei will... it will take me some time to arrange a party of such magnitude in order to test this out, but I can have a party arranged within a week. Will a week be enough for all of you?
A week here with you? If everyone else is fine with it.
Depends. Do I have to get a new dress or can I reuse my favorite party dress?
Oh, darling, wear what you please, as long as it's you wearing it.
Perfect.
Perhaps I
Because
can.
my last new one got ruined.
Oh, perhaps
Aria,
I can
what was it?
perform for your guests too.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you there, Aria.
My bad. I said. Arya said, "Oh, perhaps I can perform for your party guests too." My
Oh, but
performances
then
have
how are
gone
you
a
going to
lot more.
enjoy the party if you're performing?
I can do both, and I enjoy performing as well. Not the whole night, but at least like one big number. Like you should see my performances now; they've gotten so much better.
We'll see, darling.
Fair enough. I'd still like to play something for you at least, at some point while we're here.
At some point while you're here, most definitely.
Yay!
We'll set you up as one of the bodyguards, she says to Elion. Everybody loves a rumour started by what they perceive as the help.
Sure. Whatever you need me to do.
Fantastic. You, she'll point to Arteronon, you will be play the part of the weary-eyed, love-struck new husband who's spreading a rumour of... Oh, what shall be the rumour he spreads? What will we have him say? I know. He will say that on his honeymoon he's come across insert great military settlement information, blah, 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 blah. Something that will make them go, oh, we should take notice of this and go and investigate this and blah, blah, blah. And as for you, and she'll point to Kesley and be like, you, I believe we're going to give you something about a... And she's going to Reverie. What's he good at?
Information. He's incredibly quick-minded.
I'm going to let you wing it, but make it believable. She points like a fork, like a fruit fork at him, and he like eyes the fruit fork as if it is like a lethal weapon. At which point she stands up, claps her hands, and then she turns and she's like, I must go, must get started, must start planning. Doesn't happen overnight. And she marches out to go and start planning this party that you guys have all been roped into.
Let me know when you're free after planning. We need to catch up.
Will do, darling, will do.
Love you.
Reverie's just like spearing a starfruit. Just super cash, like she didn't just come up with this sly idea.
That was a well done move. Sheila would have been proud.
Kesley's is going to look between all you and be like, is anybody else terrified of her?
Of course not. I love her. She can be
terrifying.
If you think
She's
she's terrifying, you should have met my mother.
She's intense, but she's just full of life and vivacious. That's the thing I've always admired about her. She doesn't hide that.
He goes back to pushing around his porridge on his plates.
If it makes you feel any better, she always means well.
Oh no, I don't doubt it. It's just intense. I am going to need intelligence saving throws from would it? But I don't think so. I think it's just Aria. Yeah, it's going to just be Aria. Aria, Kesselis, and Arterenon.
If any of them within 10 feet of me, they'll get +5.
Arterenon will. Kesselis doesn't.
I'd probably be like sitting next to it.
Arterenon
Okay,
rolled in that one.
It's good.
What did you get, Aria?
First one was cocked. Second was 19, and then my intelligence saving is +1. So I what's the word I'm thinking of? Slovenly 20.
Okay. So you're going to succeed, so you don't take any damage. Neither does Kesselis. Arterenon, and then pinches the bridge of his nose. As a thin trickle of blood starts to come out his nose.
Archie, okay?
You and Kesselis are going to hear the same thing in your mind. You're going to hear a voice. It's a voice you recognize. And it's going to say, listen. He's coming. I don't know when, but he knows where you are. Run. It's the voice of Saren.
Won't they give details on who?
Kesselis is going to look around, and then his eyes are going to meet yours. And did you hear that?
Yeah.
As well?
Yeah.
Can we answer back?
I'll cast Ascending.
Okay, you're casting Ascending to Saren. What do you want to say?
Got the message. Who specifically is coming? How long do we have?
His answer is 3 words. no one. Not long.
Oh. Just look to everyone terrified. No one. We don't have long. We-
Revere's gonna look to Kesselies.
I don't know who this.
No, wait, hang on. Wasn't Kessler's... Sorry, above table. Wasn't Kessler's with us?
Kessler's hadn't come. Kessler's was unconscious.
I thought
Kessler's,
they was with us.
I was thinking more about the conversation Reverie and Kesselies had literally earlier in the day.
when no one first appeared, and everybody did to make saving throws, Kessler's nat one the saving throw. He went unconscious.
Oh. Did not remember that.
No. Kiki was still conscious.
Got you. That's what I was thinking of then. Bad. Very bad. We need to go. We need to... Oh, I gotta get my aunt. Can't... If we have to go, we can't... I can't leave her.
Sure.
Ternan? Ternan? Something bad's coming.
I have no idea. You're just sitting saying no one is coming.
That's literally what he's called. It's a long story, but it's bad if we are still here and he gets here. Don't know how he knows where we are, but we need to go. We need to get on Lorelei. We need to get Norimia. You need to come with us too. It's not safe. We need to...
You're saying he's coming here. What, we're just supposed to get up and leave?
Sorin told her.
And what? I'm just supposed to get up and leave based on the words of an absent brother? We don't really have the greatest of track records with brothers and saying the right things.
That's true, but
In Aria and Sorin's defense, the Raven Queen spoke with me earlier today.
Raven Queen? What? Did she know? Actually, come to think of it...
Brightcliff stands on a precipice.
What do you mean on a precipice? A precipice of... I mean, it's on the edge of a cliff.
Destruction.
So what, there's something coming to destroy Brightcliff? Brightcliff doesn't have a military. It doesn't have any guards. It's Brightcliff. Nothing bad ever happens here. I think the worst thing that's ever happened here is somebody fell off the cliff and they landed in the water. So it wasn't really a bad thing. They just went for a big cliff dive.
But there is an object here in Brightcliff. Something of power.
I don't know of anything here that anybody could want, and who is coming for it? Why would they want it? What?
They are called no one. Because when the dragons met with the lords of the Feywild to create this place,
It's just like every word you say, Arteron's mind just gets blown just a little bit more. His world was just like a nice little normal world, and now you're like, yeah, so there's a guy called No One, and the reason that he's angry is because when the dragons made the word, Arteron's just like...
We've had a lot of adventures.
we've met a lot. We've met these dragons.
We even met the elemental embodiment of this world.
We met what created this world.
And we met what became essentially nothing in the process.
And he wants
Which
to
is...
destroy this world and everything in it in revenge.
And he is... Imagine the most powerful thing you can not hope to stand up to, and quadruple that.
It would be like me trying to fight, the king and queen of the Feywild together.
Well, then what are we supposed to do? Elion, you're a soldier. Surely you. We have to help. What are we? Are we supposed to just leave the people here to die
Well, we can evacuate them.
and tell them
Isn't
what?
there-
Why should we flee? Oh, because no one's coming.
Say it's an emergency. Like, if
Say the sons first.
We'd be giving up the only place in summer that isn't under the sun's first thumb.
but if it's
Not the
people
only
live
place.
on, and if it's people live on, people who don't align with the Sun's First, then that fighting spirit can live too.
And
I
where
love
And
Brightcliff,
where
but
do
it's
they
still
go
a
after
place.
that? Where do they go after that?
We don't look that way.
700 people don't just find a new place to be.
Rev, didn't we talk about the
That
the
was
safe place?
Elion.
Aria?
There's. We've made mention of a old fortification eastward.
I think
Something
I
that
know.
was abandoned.
I think I know where you're speaking of, but that's close to the heart of the Summerlands. That's right. We'd have to travel through Sun's First territory to get there. A small number, I can absolutely see that working, but how do we transport 700 people without being seen?
I'm also wondering something else now. It's not that I don't believe Sauron, but how would Sauron know about no one?
Perhaps he had an encounter.
He did disappear in that.
Either way, we should
Okay.
find the object.
Did your friend describe what it was, or if anyone here might know about it? I don't
Just-
want to have to leave or evacuate, but if we can find a workaround. I know no one is not to be messed around with.
Just that it is here. Under, right? She said.
She said somewhere beneath the town.
It's somewhere beneath town. Excuse me,
DM.
I'm choking on nothing.
Oh, DM, real quick question above table, just because I'm remembering something. I don't remember which place it was, but I do remember when I cast Identify on the key I found, it was to like an underground place in a summer city. I don't remember if it was Brightcliff or if it was Tower Place. Hang on, let me see if I can find it in the story. I don't know if you have it in your notes, if I can't find it in mine.
The key
Mysterious.
the key that you're referencing is not for here.
Okay, just wanted to Summerlands. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh my god,
Lights
nothing
Peak
really
City,
is
not-
attacking me.
Oh god.
Personally.
Just
Outside
wanted
of
to-
game. He's broken the fourth wall, guys.
No, he was coming quick. But thank you for clarifying that. I just wanted to double check.
That's fine. I got you.
As for getting 700 people unseen out of the city, we all have a favor we can collect.
Do we?
Asmodeus.
You're. We're not using those, right?
If we can't
If
come up with
it's going
something
to
else.
save 700 summer lives, I assumed you would actually want that. I can
These-
call in mine.
I was hoping to save mine, but if it's to save 700 of our people,
No,
including my aunt,
the sentiment is fantastic, but It's the Lord of the Hells that we're talking about, right? It's not.
I can't exactly draw a door to open it into a place I've never been. So, if that's the only option we have,
And Alternan's right. It's going to be hard to sneak everyone through, even if we can evacuate everyone and convince them to leave.
and once we're there, nobody's going to look in an old abandoned fort in the heart of Summit. They're going to think that the people of Brightcliff left.
So, just so I can understand, why is Brightcliff doomed? Put it out as simply as
Right.
possible.
It's not necessarily doomed,
So there's
Right.
a
but it
chance.
is on a precipice of destruction. And it
Why?
all hinges on this object that we don't know what it is under the
Right.
city.
So why
So
don't we just go get it and move it?
I was about to ask. I had a description I could cast. Like,
And if no one is coming, he would either be coming for us or it. Right?
Perhaps both.
Neither of those are the people that live here.
that's a good point.
They don't need to be moved if we run.
And then, if we leave, what if he takes it out on them?
Currently, we are the only people who even believe that he exists and is a threat. You heard Orlon. He didn't believe that there was a bigger fish to fry. Arteranon, until I and you backed Aria up, didn't believe that this was a threat. No offense, Arteranon.
Oh, none taken, I think. We don't
Is
know.
Lady Narumia?
Neremia is silent, but she does have a look of concentration on her face.
Narumia, what
Um,
do you think? You've had experience having to evacuate people before. When Magda came to the first sun settlement we went to. What's your perspective on this?
I think the thing that has to happen is the thing that nobody has said yet. You need to find Saren and find out if this is actually him.
Saren's in winter. That will take weeks of travel.
Kessler's will
I-
go. Not really. The university
What
has
do you
an
mean?
active teleportation circle.
Right.
That's not a bad idea, but what happens if while we're gone, no one arrives while...
Well, if Elion's correct, he's after you, right? If anything, this would buy Brightcliff time. Because he's making his way here, you go to winter, then suddenly he's going to have to turn tail.
This was my point. If he's coming for us and we leave, he will turn around.
It's a gamble.
But
Most definitely.
But if he doesn't, Brightcliff is doomed. But I don't see what he would do with the people here if we are not here.
All joking
Yeah,
aside, and Arteranon's going to look to Elion, because Elion is a soldier, so he knows how to not only just he's more powerful, he knows how to assess a threat. So he's going to look to Elion and say, how bad is this?
Look, I'm not going to say I can't take him, because I'm good, but I don't know. It's just... You ever get those alarm bells that go off?
Yes. Okay, then There's this. We can try and perhaps say the Suns first have been spotted and we need to evacuate the city. That might buy some time for them, and if you all go to find Sauron, which I do need to say I do not agree with at all, except on the fact that it will take you away from here, and if he is looking for you, that will buy us time. But if he's looking for that thing, for whatever it is that's here, I will try and fight him. But if what Elion is saying is the truth, I don't think I'm going to get very far.
And the Raven Queen specified this object. This object is what will change fate.
Oh,
What the precipice of Brightcliff's fate balances on.
So whether he's looking for it or not, it's going to play a part in if Brightcliff is left standing, basically.
And she said someone is coming for it. So
And-
I have a feeling that with that message and this information, he is coming for that object. Because we are here, and whatever this is could be something important for him or for us.
I don't like the idea of, if it's that important, if it's that fate, like, precipicing, I don't like the idea of no one getting their hands on it. But you're right, if we're here and he's coming for us, that puts the people of Brightcliff as a target. So
I mean, we need 2 teams.
I hate when we split up, but that might be the best option.
We need someone to verify Sauron's words, and we need someone to go get the object. If we do one without the other, then it won't work.
I can
Divide and
send
conquer.
Kesslis will. I can send the 3 of you to Winter. They'll be able to tell you where the ruins are. You can go there. Me, Arteranon, and Neremia. We can start looking here. I can spend my time in your aunt's library, try and find anything about Brightcliff's history, about anything that could be here. Nobody knows the place better than you and Arteranon, so Arteranon should stay here, and Neremia can help him.
But
How do we
nobody
get
knows
back if
Winter
you're not
more
here?
than you.
The university has the capabilities to send you to places. I can give you something that belongs to me, so they'll be able to lock onto where I am.
And I can do teleportation circles now too. If I have the item, like that should help.
But there's no circle here, so teleportation circle will not work.
I really gotta get on that.
There's a downside to this, and that is nobody understands Winter as good as you. If we want to find Sauron and want to find him fast, we would need you there.
I can look through the books in Brightcliff, my aunt's histories, my ancestry books.
I have a very good history of running into the things that we need at the times that we need. So maybe I should stay. My magic can mislead.
As much as I don't think you're like this, I was actually going to suggest, if they're up for it, that Arteranon and Harumia take Kesslis and go themselves.
To Winter.
Yes.
That would mean that if no one is coming for you,
Then he
you'll
would
be
come.
here. And you'll see, fuck, you guys know Kesslis well enough at this point, no need for the insight checks. You guys can see Kesslis' eyes doing that thing where they dart back and forward, like when he's trying to find the puzzle, he's trying to solve the puzzle. And
Can I give him guidance?
I mean, there's no need for it. You're more than
Okay.
welcome to do it, but it's the point of like he's. Either way, it's a catch-22. There's more downfalls to any formation that we do.
But I think if two of us are in winter and only one of us is here, if he's for us, he would have to turn around to go to winter. The bigger threat would be there.
He'll use the person that's on their own as bait to make us come back. He's fully aware if one of us gets caught, we'll turn around.
Yeah.
So then the person who's left behind should be not easy to catch.
So then Arterinon and Nerimia stay here.
Yes.
And I take the three of you, we go to winter.
Yes.
And if there's a point where I'm no longer necessary, I can teleport back.
Yeah.
Reverie, you and I mean, I've still got one more sending, and you've got a few, I'd imagine. We can always keep contact with what's going on, like check in with Nerimia and Arterinon on this side.
I should also say, after this conversation, the Ravenkin gave me a gift. I don't know if that's meant for here or not. And, or just for me. But it was a reward. And Reverie will kind of hand the baby to Nerimia really quickly.
Uh-huh.
And stand up, kind of unbutton her shirt and slide it down so that way everyone can see the feathers on her back. Don't know what it does yet.
Can't imagine it wouldn't be helpful, though. It's coming from your friend.
Well,
if
I don't know
she's if she's putting this level of investment into you, she must have some stance on this. Surely she could help.
I can ask her
Something to
to
consider.
give an
perhaps.
opinion. It would be, I need you to understand, it would be entirely unbiased.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm a soldier.
Well, I can, let's find out. And I'm going to do fancy prayer stuff to see if the Raven Queen will come back to me really quickly.
She will not come back.
Shit.
Which is weird,
Precipice.
because she's always answered when you've called. Here, she does not come.
This has never happened before.
Okay. Well, look, we've got to decide on something, because the more time we spend planning, while that is important, the clock ticks and he gets here sooner. I don't like the idea of leaving Brightcliff when we just got here, but you're right. If he's after us and we're not here, and the home team is looking for the thing that he's after, so to make sure that no one doesn't get it, but it's safer with us, then at least if he's coming after us, we won't be there. If he's coming after the thing, you guys still have time to get it out or get everyone to safety.
And at the bare minimum, if it comes to blows, Arterodon, you'll have the most seconds of life.
That's a great boon to know. It's not a great plan. In fact, I wouldn't even call it a plan. It's a fraction of a plan.
That is what we got.
Is there not an easier way to find out if this is really Sauron? Can we not send him a message and ask him to tell us something only Sauron really knows?
I can try and cast another sending. I've got one more left.
If that would be the easier way to identify if that's Sauron.
I mean, if by all means, but I don't know how you'll try if you can. I mean, I haven't spoken to Saren in years. So I have no
I
understanding of
can
who he
Probably.
is.
I can think of something, maybe something from when we were kids that only he would know. He and I were a little bit close, not greatly, but enough.
Or from when we visited him in winter, before no one introduced
Well,
himself.
we didn't see him in winter. We saw him in the Feywilds. He
Exactly.
was away on a dig.
Exactly.
It's something. So ask him about. Oh, I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How should I phrase it? You know, I'm not great at lying.
Just say, do you remember when we ran into you in winter? What flower did you get given?
True, you do always give. Okay, I'll try that then. I'll cast one last sending to Saren.
Uh huh.
Saren, real quick. Last time we were in winter and met you, what was the flower Reverie gave you again?
Saren will say, I don't remember what flower I was given, but I never met you in winter.
Okay. He said he doesn't remember what flower was given, which I was suspicious at first, but then he said, but I never met you in winter. So it's him.
What's our trust level on that team?
Do we have a choice?
And Zaren's always been honest with me. Brutally so sometimes.
Kesley's will kind of. Last we heard, Saren had went on a dig and had got stuck. If that's the case,
But
why,
I cast.
why now?
But I did let the Archmage know where he was. I was able to locate him with the card I got from the deck of many things, and let her know. Maybe she got him out. Maybe he saw something there.
Ruin collapses can take weeks to get into. I mean, he could be out. We don't know we don't know how deep the ruins he was investigating are. I don't know. I don't know.
I think the risk of not believing him and then no one coming here is greater than if we can, like, the question of if we can trust what he says is real or not.
I agree.
I find it difficult to leave this city, no offense, Artaranon, nearly unprotected, with an object of immense power that would change the fate of this entire city, underneath of it, with him on the way, possibly forth.
So our
If it could
options
change the fate of 700 people, what would it do in his hand?
are we stay and look for it, but if he's coming here with the sub-objective of fighting us, we lead him to a group of 700 innocent people in the way, or we go to Winter and risk him blitzing through our defense team and taking the object anyway.
And if us going to Winter was mostly about just confirming whether or not what Saren said was true and what he knew, but we agree that believing him is less of a precedent than tackling the potential threat, which is a big one, seems a little moot for us to even go at all. But I do agree that us being here makes Brightcliff more of a target. But we also can't let him get more people searching for the thing he's after. That can be the fate balance changing thing. Seems like we'd have a stronger chance of finding it.
That is also
And then we can
something.
run.
If we all look for it, we might stand a chance to at least hold him off for a few seconds.
And then we can run if he's getting here, if we're the target, if we're the main target.
More than a few seconds, possibly. I mean, if you think about it, he didn't kill us, even though that would have been the easier option when we met him. Why?
That's true, even when he wanted to get to Atuma.
He didn't come for us until we were sitting above this object, literally. I have to imagine that whatever this thing is more than
So,
important for either him or us.
if we all look for it, and then we go to Winter and ask Soren what the fuck it is, would that not make more sense?
Yes.
That does.
But then you
And-
run the risk of what our Terranon was saying, which is he would have a lot of people to take his anger out on.
We would still evacuate the city. But this would also give someone like our Pteranodon time to find the leak.
But where do we send them to if we evacuate them and we're not guarding them?
And also, if this is what's going to happen to Brightcliff, I don't think the leak is going to be a problem for much longer.
This is also very true.
If anything, it seems like
Yeah.
the leak, this is probably... What if the leak is... What if the leak is also being leaked? If the leak is apparently going towards the suns first, how does he know where you are? Is there also a leak for him? Is the leak that is leaking to the suns first leaked to him too? Is he omnipotent? Does he know where you are at all times?
What if we find much quicker the leak a lot quicker by leaking that Brightcliff is about to be destroyed by something? Would he not flee?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. There is too many
People-
variables up in the air about this.
We don't
I'm
have
just
time
saying
to wait for
people-
that party to start
People
spreading
that
rumors.
tend to
Yeah.
do leaks tend to be cowards. They would flee because they have
No,
information.
it's true, but finding the leak was what the party was intended for. We don't have the time to wait for that to coalesce.
Which is why
You
I
s-
was saying when we
I-
spread a rumor,
I say we go with the plan that Reverie said. Everybody, everyone, commit to looking for this item here. If we don't find it, then fine. If we do find it, great. Then we get you all towards my brother, and he
And-
can give you what information he has. Meanwhile, while we do that, Narimia can start getting everybody out of here. We can cite the issue as being the Suns first, preparing to invade.
Sure.
I think we do have a chance to find it because you said so yourself, Rever. He's never bothered us before, up till now. Like he's never needed to bother us because we didn't think that we were worth it. We wouldn't get in his way. Maybe us being here and him coming for us now, he wouldn't bother. He would just go to it rather than
This
coming
would-
after us, unless he thought that we had a chance of getting to it first, which means
This-
we might have a chance after all.
yes, this would be a lot easier if we had someone like the Forge Master, because like someone who could, I don't know, feel the energy of it.
If I knew what it was, I'd find it.
I wish I could tell you. I have
But
no
If I had a
idea.
I
name
need
or
to know what it
description,
is.
I have no idea.
if I had a name or description, I could cast legend lore about it. How do you find something that you
You-
don't know what you're looking for?
So when you say you can cast legend lore about it, is that Aria saying that out loud?
Yeah,
Okay. When you set Kesley, so go, you can cast legend lore on a place.
you can.
You can cast it on a location, yeah.
It might give you nothing, but it might give you something.
Something is better.
I
like
promise
those
you,
odds.
if you give me a description, I can find it.
Aria will immediately grab her bow, sit crisscross applesauce, and start plucking away until the sound becomes less like a violin pluck and sounds more like a sing bowl as I focus and concentrate and cast legend lore. And think about
Okay.
the location that was described under Brightcliff, where something is hidden.
Okay, so
Like what
you.
Reverie described,
So
essentially.
first things first. Okay, first things first. Let's have a look here. Okay, so you need incense worth at least 250 gold pieces, and you need 4 ivory strips worth at least 50 gold pieces each.
You're gonna need to go shopping first.
Nope, I'm gonna go to Aunt Lorelei and ask her. She has pretty much everything. I'm sure she's that hippie rich aunt. I'm sure she's got
probably
incense
got
and ivory
she's probably
strips.
got no. I don't think she'll have ivory strips. She'll probably have
No?
incense. Ivory strips.
Okay,
Ivory strips is not a hippie thing.
But she's rich.
Yeah, but she's also
She buys
based on,
fancy stuff.
yeah, but
Right?
like the description for it, the inspiration for Lorelei would not just have like random bits of ivory.
That's fair. I will give you that.
Especially not cut into strips.
Okay, I will give you that. That's fair. But I will definitely ask her for incense and see if we can like send someone to like get ivory strips from town. I'll happily pay. Hang on. Can I make? I don't think I can make more than one thing. Can I?
250 gold, by the way, is a lot of fucking incense. That is a lot of incense. It's either super bougie incense or it's a
bonfire
lot of
incense.
cheap incense.
I don't think we can cut ivory strips ourselves. If I made like a sheet of like ivory, could I? Because if I could do one big ivory strip and then we could cut it up somehow, I could use.
There's a limit on what the thing you make can be worth.
Ah, okay. Never mind then.
I think the limit is something like 10 silver or something.
Send the runner into town. There's got to be send the fastest runner into town. This is summer and it's Brightcliff. There's got to be some weird rich store that has strips
That's a
of
good
ivory.
point. Caleb. Excuse me, Caleb.
Yes. Pokes his head into.
Hi, sorry to bother you. Really big emergency. Can you please rush and go to town and buy us about 10 strips of ivory and bring it back lickety split, please? It's an emergency.
Ivory.
I'll happily pay myself.
In a dock town.
Maybe there's some sort of like merchants in town with.
I
US?
will go and ask if there are ivory merchants in a dock town marketplace.
Please and thank you.
That's going to be a luck roll right there. That's what that's going to be.
Can I say thank you and cast Bardic Inspiration on him?
No. That's not what a luck roll is. Luck roll is just a straight D20. You just roll the D20.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a. Never mind.
No, let's see. Let's get that D20 rolled. Okay. So we are going to go. Yeah, it's just a straight up luck roll. No additions, no subtractions. We are just rolling the D20 and seeing what we get. It's going to have to be a high one.
Come on.
There does just so happen to be merchants here who are. I think one of the logical things we can say is there are some creatures that would live near the coast that do have ivory. So we'll use that logic. However, they are inflated financially.
That's okay. I've got plenty of money.
Okay, cool. So the incense you can easily get from your aunt. The ivory, so it's 4 ivory strips worth at least 50 gold pieces each. So it would be 200 gold. But they're going to inflate this price. And they're going to want 400 gold rather than 2.
That's
Inflation
fine.
even get in D&D.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I've got more gold than I actually need or know what to do than Aria actually needs or knows what to do with.
But
this is
in
important.
this instance, luck was on your side.
Yay! Thank you, Luck.
After maybe an hour or so, they come back. They have what you need to cast Legend Lore. Legend Lore is an instantaneous spell. You name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named is not of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed information you receive is. The information you learn is accurate, but might be couched in figurative language. For example, if you have a mysterious magic axe on hand, the spell might yield this information. Woe to the evildoer whose hand touched this axe, for even the haft slices the hand of the evil ones. Only a true child of stone, lover and beloved of Moradin, may awaken the true powers of the axe, and only with the sacred word Ridnog on the lips. So it can be very, very plain, or it can be very artsy-fartsy. You got to be prepared for that.
Either way, it's something. So
So you
Aria
set
will
up
think
the
of the
incense,
description.
you set up the ivory sticks, and then you begin this playing. As you do, all the incense lights and then burns very quickly. All of the ivory sticks, they don't snap. They glow. In Aria, you will receive a brief summary of the history of Brightcliff, including the fact that at one point a vault was placed underneath the town. This vault held things that belonged to many great and powerful archfey, and over the years, they moved that stuff back to the Feywilds as more and more Feywild denizens started to depart Atuma. However, one thing could but not be removed from here. It was something that has been here since the dawn of Atuma's creation. Something that one of the Archfey brought here because they weren't a fan of the dark. They called it the Heart of the Sun. It's a gemstone roughly this big that is directly linked to the magic that keeps this place in eternal light. It is a massive amount of power directly bestowed from the very Archfey who helped create this world. And then it goes on and tells you more about some of the things that were also in the vault, people that used the vault, people that used to call this place home, as you're given a brief summary of all of Brightcliff's history. But it sounds like you need to find out where the vault is beneath the town. And the chances are whatever you're looking for is in there.
I will recount all the pertinent information about the vault and the stone and where its origin was, and the name and all that jazz to my friends when I come out of that casting meditative zone.
Okay.
Leon, is that enough information?
Well, I have a range limit, so it's probably best if I...
But we can at least head to the center of the town. That should help.
If we start heading down, I might be able to catch it. I have to be within 1,000 feet, so...
There's someone trustworthy who's been here since this place burned. They might know where the vault is.
Harada?
Arteronon will look at you and go, I mean, it's a joke, but he's the oldest person I know in town.
That sounds pretty helpful.
Then should we go ask him?
We should probably get our gear and stuff first, too, before we head out.
At least if he knows the general area.
Okay. So, you guys start getting ready. Me and Elion can go to Harad.
Right.
I'm gonna have to ask your aunt to babysit.
She won't mind. She'll keep them entertained. Before everyone goes, I'll cast a spell to give us all a bit of a boost before we all split up and head off once we start leaving. But we should get our stuff together first.
Sounds good.
All right.
And then everybody's going to get their gear on and get all suited up.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Real
think
quick.
that
Sorry, never mind.
I was going to say, I think as everybody moves away to get kitted up, now that we have a plan that's been agreed on, I think that's a good place to end for today. I am going to give you an after credits scene. I've decided to be nice.
Ooh.
As you guys dash off in your different directions to get outfitted and such, we are drawn to the front gates of Brightcliff. We are drawn to somebody on a demigriff riding up on like the edge of one of the kind of rocky crevasses overlooking Brightcliff, and they kind of look down over the place and then turn the demigriff back and ride off. And as they ride off as fast as they can, we see them ride for a day or two before they reach a camp. And they relay the information that they've been given to somebody, large man wearing flame bearer armor, who then nods, pats them on the back, and goes into a large tent. And he says, "So apparently, it's still there." And Orlon is going to look up. Oh, wonderful. So let's get moving. And then horns are blown. And as the horns are blown and Orlon steps outside of the tent, he casts an eye over hundreds of Sun's First Warriors, all standing and preparing to march. And that's where we end today's session. Thank you so much for everybody coming to see us today. If you enjoyed what you've seen, you should go and check out all of our other World Tree Quest stuff, because it's all this fun. And if you do like the stuff that you see, you should go and check out all of our social medias and give us a follow. We are everywhere at World Tree Quests. I'm now going to pass over to my lovely players, allow them to plug themselves, and then we'll see what happens after that. Harry, anything you would like to plug at all?
Just the blue sky. I've been getting used to saying this. It's that guy, just Harry, where I post in about 5 minutes when I remember it exists, because I have to do this set. But other than that, I don't play anywhere else. I don't exist anywhere else. I don't think or fathom anywhere else. I'm just here.
That's a lie. I've seen him in real life. Thank you very much, Harry. Liz, what about yourself? Anything you would like to plug at all?
Yes, you can follow me at Patron of Chaos or patron_of_chaos on all social medias, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, all of that. Blue Sky. If you want to see me at PAX, I should be there. PAX on Saturday only. You only get one shot.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
Yep. If you want to see my face playing D&D anywhere else, you cannot, because I am only an exclusive with World Tree Quests.
Thank you very much for that, Liz. And last and most certainly not least, Khadija, anything you would like to plug at all?
Hi, if you want to find me on other social media platforms, you can find me at Khadija Al Kubra on Instagram, Archive of Our Own if you like reading fan fiction, and also at the Bookworm Archive on TikTok, where I'm best known as the Book Dragon of the Bookworm Archive. If you like wholesome video content, as well as having really good book recommendations shoved down your throat, I'm the gal you go to. Have not got back to filming in a hot minute because I'm trying to focus on writing my own books, but there's still a lot of content there, a lot of playlists, including lists of banned books, because reading banned books is anti-fascist. So if you want to check that out, go there. But as far as playing D&D goes, I am exclusively here at World Tree Quest with all these fantastic people.
Oh, love to hear it. Thank you so much for that art. There, Khadija. Thank you so much. Well, if that's it from my players and that's it from me, well, then that's it from us. So thanks for coming to see us today, folks. I have been your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch and YouTube. With me today, we have had Just Harry, we've had Patron of Chaos, and we've had Khadija Al Kubra. From all of us here at World Tree Quests, good night, stay safe. Never, ever trust a blind man who knows too much about swords. Or do, it might be fun. Also, don't pull a finny.